Had do. We're recording this a little bit of a backwards order. I'm doing the intro now, and I already did some work, but it was a little hectic earlier. A lot going on. The farmer in.
Liddell.
The farmer in.
Liddell.
Hi-ho, da dirty do, the farmer in.
Liddell.
As you're about to see, what I already did before now, I got another form put together. I poured that one. I showed you guys that in previous videos. I poured the one on the end the other night in the dark with a headlamp. That was fun. Anyway, so I just got this form built. We'll get it pumped full of concrete. Well, poured out of a wheelbarrow. We don't have a pump truck. Anyway, we'll get all that took care of, get some more stuff cleaned up, and then I got all kinds of projects going on today. But we'll record what we can and show you the good parts. Anyway, here we go. I always like to try and clean the area up before I spill concrete everywhere. I found for me it's easiest just to make a little fixture like that, so I drop it in and I don't have to worry about pouring over the top of string lines and everything else. It seems to work. Well, we're a little shy. Let me start looking for rocks. I know, sticking rocks in there makes it weak. But I'm going to stick them over in the corners. And I don't think it's going to have a tremendous effect. More or less what I'm doing here is trying to keep this thing from doing what it did last time, which is just popping up. Because the posts were just sitting on top. Not the way I'd like to have had it done, but it was built before I got here. Well, that's about as good as I'm gonna get it. Now I let it sit for a good long while, like 2 days. Because that's all the more patience I have. All right, well, that's it for that little bit of a project for right now anyway. We'll get some other stuff done. I got to run up to the dump and then we'll bring you back. Well, this is the part that I was saying that I did before the intro, but I forgot to do an intro, and then I found out the hard way that the lapel mic that I was trying to use, it's broke. So I got no sound. Here you get this now. So I'm going to talk you through it a little bit, but as you can see, I'm digging a hole. Not that hard to figure out. Anyway, so I wanted to get the hole dug down deep enough so that you can see off to my right, your left, there's a little squiggly doobopper that is also the bracket that holds the bottom of the post. So you got to have a hole deep enough to get that in there. And then the rest of it's more or less like a pier or a footing. And then we'll get the carport started. So building these forms weren't terribly difficult, but I'm also dealing with the corner of that overpour concrete slab that's right there. So I had to kind of figure out how to rearrange it so that I could get the post base in the center of it. And I didn't really want to cut down the 2x8 that I also know I'm going to need later on for a different project. So I was trying to use scraps. But anyway, we'll get it put together. And by the way, they are all the same plane. Liddell bought me a laser level, so that helped out tremendously. So what I'm messing with there is the little fixture I built to make sure that that bracket is in the middle of the pier block. But part of the form that I'm using here is a 4x8 instead of a 2x6. So I had to adjust the little stoppers that go over the outside edges of the form. That's why it took me a little bit to get it rearranged. Well, it is a new day and it is a little frosty, but let me show you what we got done yesterday. All right, I went ahead and took that long form board off because it was going underneath the truck. That's what the jack's there for. But anyway, the truck actually needed to get up off the ground a little bit so that it wasn't pushing on it. So I just went ahead and took it off. And as you can see, it held its form enough. But anyway, so there's the one we did yesterday. There's the one we did like a week ago. And then this is the one that I did the other night. I took the form off of it and kind of rounded the corners off while it was still a little bit green. And then I just piled dirt up around it so that nobody would step on the corner or whatever. Just to kind of protect it until it gets good and cured. But anyway, it's pretty frosty out today. The actual temperature I think is like 31 degrees, but it says it feels like 20. I'm not sure how you can get that much of a difference when we're also in an air stagnation, meaning no wind. Whatever. I don't understand the weather. Anyhow, it's kind of cool looking though on the chicken coop down here. The chicken wire is all frosted, so it's like fuzzy looking. I take you down here and show you what it looks like. Ducks are out and about. Anyway, see how it's all furry? Kind of cool. Anyway, hello ladies. Yeah, I already fed you. Get through the hole. It won't focus. There it is. Yeah, anyway, standing on one leg, huh? Ground cold? Wow, that went out of focus. You gotta watch through the viewfinder. Good grief. Yeah, it's still quite a hectic mess in here, but we're getting a little bit done. I got a bunch of the extra plywood and the stuff that I pulled off on the inside that's not all nasty. Some of it still is, but not all of it. Anyway, we're gonna have to sort through all that to put back up there and all that kind of thing. And then hopefully get some of all of this stuff a little better organized. I kind of showed you guys before, but I do have shelves that are over here. Let me see if I can. What a mess, huh? Anyway, there's shelves with those blue totes on them. With the door being on this side, I kind of want to put those shelves over there, but we'll see. It's really hard to stay focused when there's so much going on. It's kind of overwhelming. I want to try and get everything organized so I have a little bit more room to work, but at the same time, I just want to get the carport put up, but I'm waiting on concrete. And then we had to go to the dump, and then we went and visit some family, and we picked up some other stuff from them. And I tell you, it just doesn't stop. And then there's animal chores and everything else too. But anyway, how's your weekend going? Oh, and I also had to offload like 15 sheets of plywood from the back of Little Red so that we could hook up to the little trailer to go to the dump. But that was kind of fun. Got it all wrapped up. It should be fine. All we're really experiencing right now is just frost, so it's the humidity in the air that's freezing. And I just realized I left a bag of concrete out here. Well, at least it's covered. Oh. Well, we have kind of a short video for as much that's going on, but a lot of it is because it's stop and start, and there's a lot of waiting for this and that, and little things in between. But anyway, thanks for coming and seeing what we got going on. Appreciate you viewing our channel, but hope you have a good week, and we'll see you real soon. God bless everybody.